Oh man. Hey guys. We're back from Vegas. Man, yeah, there's a lot to process. It was a big trip. I loved being there. Just overall, the overall impression is just that it was wonderful. It was exhausting and a whirlwind, and there was just so much to do, so much to think about. Sensory overload. I mean, those of you who have been there, you know what I'm talking about. So it was just a lot and a lot in mostly good ways. There were definitely some low points, but they're all things that can be used, can be used to improve. So I'm trying to think about it that way. Specifically, I guess I'll go into some detail. I played in a lot of minis while I was out there, and I took second place in almost all of the minis that I competed in, with one exception, where I got knocked out pretty early. But in all of the other minis, I got to the finals and just could not close out. So some of it was rolls, some of it was silly decisions on my part, what have you. I mean, you guys all know how that works. But those were some of the low points, some of the disappointments. I really wanted to snap off a couple minis while I was there and just could not make it happen. So it is what it is. It was wonderful to meet so many of you out there in Vegas. I felt so honored and appreciated by all of you. It was just really heartwarming to run into people who recognized me, or to see people who looked like they were recognizing me, and then to call it out, to shake some hands and take some pictures. I needed to take more pictures. I met so many of you, and I tried to get selfies when I could. But I just, there were a lot more of you than I was prepared for, and so I didn't take as many pictures as I needed to. But I will be better about that in the future. I want to feature all of you guys, just to show my appreciation for you as fans of the channel and as friends. I consider you guys all friends. So thank you for that. And thank you for saying hi and coming up and shaking my hand and just saying that you appreciate the channel, and knowing that you get something out of it, whether it's the tips or just kind of following my journey, kind of riding along with me, improving your game, or just the community. Having a wholesome billiards community can be hard to come by online, unfortunately. But I do think that this channel's got one. So it's been really great to build that up here and to see that fulfilling itself in person in Vegas. So thank you guys again. I gave out some shirts while I was in Vegas, and a few lucky ones among you might be rocking that shirt. That one is a limited edition. It's not something that will ever be for sale. The one with the YouTube logo, it can't be sold because of the YouTube logo. So if you've got one of those, you're lucky. Hang on to that. It will never be for sale. That being said, I have created finally my store. So merch is out there. Check out my shop over on Fourth Wall. I'll link it here. There's a lot of really cool stuff on there. The shop makes it really easy to set it up. So if you're a content creator, check out Fourth Wall. You can link it to your YouTube profile. It's really easy to set up. There's a very kind of low buy-in for making that happen. And it really just gets your content out there. It's a great way to support channels. So I put up a couple things that I think are cool. The hoodies, the hats, the stickers, the t-shirts. The t-shirt is very, very similar to the one that I have with the YouTube logo there, just lacking the YouTube logo. There's a couple nice little touches in there as well. I adjusted my logo so that instead of just on the snap and text, it's got the little Pixel 8 logo in there instead of the O. So just some updates to that. This is kind of Gen 1. This is the first, iteration of my merch. And so get them while they're hot. They're not going to last forever. Next thing I wanted to touch on is just that I'm really proud of my team. We had some complications with the roster, some sort of shuffling around at the end of the season. So Travis and I went through the full season, and shout out to Travis. He's a real one. He just was showing up every single week for all those games, and he was double playing whenever he was needed. Was always there, super reliable, steadfast, just a great team member, a great friend. So really, really appreciate Travis. If you're watching, thank you. Just great having him throughout the season. He really made it happen. Without Travis, we would not have gotten through. It's as simple as that. We had another guy on the roster who just wasn't able to make it out to Vegas due to scheduling conflicts with something else really important that he had going on, which was really unfortunate and was disappointing. I was looking forward to having him out there. He's a really good shot and would have been a great asset to have in Vegas. That being said, we were able to fill in with Robert and with Gage, who you guys have seen if you watched any of the videos from just the live stream archives from Vegas. And they're both great. It was so cool to get to know them, to shoot with them a little bit towards the end of the season, build up that rapport, do those team trainings like you guys have seen. I'll link those as well. getting to know each other and building up our games, getting that communication going, strategizing a little bit. I mean, you really couldn't ask for more. To have some people fill in at the end of the season, have it go so well, it was just a home run. So thanks again to those guys. I'm really proud of what we accomplished. Even though we didn't get as far as I wanted to, I think given the conditions that we came in with, we did really well. So feeling really good about that. I got a new jump cue while I was out there. So I came home with the Q-Tech Propel. I really like it. I haven't had a chance to play with it a lot. I'm still kind of getting a feel for it, but I will say it was a big upgrade over the Predator jump cue that I was using previously. And some of you were encouraging me to try out different things, and especially going from kind of Predator to Q-Tech. Heard it from a lot of people out there as well. Unbiased sources, I will say. So it was good to test that out at the booth, talk to the Q-Tech guys, and decide to take the jump. So you will be seeing more of the Q-Tech equipment in future videos, so keep an eye out for that. I have a lot of content to sift through. I have shots from my minis, I have shots from matches, and including the match with Drew, which you guys have seen if you're watching the archives. So that is up there. But I'm going to run through and do commentary of all the matches. I'm going to be breaking down everything that was happening, how I felt when I was watching my teammates play, kind of critiques of those games on both sides. And then obviously my matches, we're going to be looking at those as well. So keep an eye out for the commentary. Lots to come. I'm really excited about that stuff. My goals for the next year are to basically just edge up closer to that Fargo 700, that magical number. I want to get there. That's a hard goal for me. I think once you get to that point, holding a 700 is really impressive, right? If you're able to get to that point, you can beat most anybody, just based on the roles and the conditions, kind of swinging both ways. We all know what that's like. But I want to increase the rating. I want to play in more ranked events, more rated events, and work on the weaknesses in my game. That's one of the biggest focuses here for me right now, is to identify what's not working, where I need the most improvement, and put the effort into that, because I think that's the way that I'm just going to level things out. Kind of like equalizer fader bars, the things that are at the lowest. When you work on those, it's going to bring up that cumulative level that much more. So that's what I want to be thinking about here over the next year. I have a lot of events coming up. So Master Season is going to be starting up again. There's going to be more content for that. And then I'm looking at playing in more competitive high-end events. I have a big one coming up in September, a field of over 120 players. Huge Calcutta that goes into that. I'm going to be streaming that if possible. I know the owner of the pool room, so we're going to be talking about that. It could be really, really exciting action around mid-September. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for supporting the channel. This has been so much fun. It's grown really fast. Getting to meet you guys in Vegas and talking to you all online, building up the community means so much to me. Really drives me to do better, to improve the channel, to improve my game, and to just be a better person, to think about, things that I can do to work on myself overall. So it's really just net positive. I hope it has been for you guys as well. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback from you. So let's just keep that cycle of positivity going. Stick around, stay tuned. There's a lot more exciting stuff to come, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks.